Hi everyone, thanks for checking out another InfoSec Hub video. Today we're going to talk about what information security or InfoSec is really about, and that's the CIA. And the CIA is not what you think of at first sight, but it is about the C standing for confidentiality, the I standing for integrity, and the A standing for availability. The confidentiality of information is about certain people, certain users in information systems can view certain information which is probably a bit private, so there are different groups that can view different kind of information depending on the system. I know it's pretty vague, but I think you get the point. When you have a medical system, not everybody's there can look about what is it that person based on their patient number has kind of illnesses, mentally or physically. Only trained doctors are, granted to look at that information. Other kind of personnel, they only get the information that they need, that they can do their job. So that's about confidentiality. Integrity is something else. We talk about information, which is basically data, and data travels from point A to point B. If we have a certain file, let's say an ISO file of an operating system, we need to make sure that when it travels from point A to point B, that the integrity of the data is correct. What I mean with that is, like, if it travels from A to B and we don't do a check at A and we don't do a check at B, then we might not be able to determine if the data traveled between the 2 points is integrity, if there's any integrity there. So that's why we hash our files. A hash file is a unique outcome of a file that should match at point A and at point B. Which means that when data travels to different nodes on the internet, nodes being clients, nobody messed with the data in transit. And with transit, it's basically the data traffic over the internet. So you can imagine, going back to the ISO file, that if I add my own little program inside the ISO file when it travels from point A to point B, I have a backdoor in the system basically. So we need to make sure that the data that travels from point A to point B was the same when it was sent, and it was the same when it was received. That's data integrity basically, and you do that with hash values, HASH values. Availability is the third thing when it comes to information security. When is the information available, and to who is it available? So the CIA triad is all about information security. Those are the 3 things that you should lean on and think about when you think about information security. It's how confident the information is this data that I look in for my screen, is this, like, what's the integrity about it? And the availability is just like, to who is it available? To the management level, to the staff level, to just engineers, or managers, IT support, whatever you want to know. The availability of information. And don't get this wrong. Information, data, that's like the new oil of the 21st century. So it's very important that you have these 3 things in place and think about the data that you have on customers, and how you store it and how it's accessible. To further explain CIA, we have this slide for you. So the principle of confidentiality is like keeping information and communications private and protect from unauthorized access. This includes trade, military secrets, personnel, health, tax records. You get the point. You know, certain things, it's not for everybody's eyes. Make sure that the people that need that kind of information, it will be accessible to them, but for the rest of the people, it's blocked off. Okay? Integrity. Keeping organizational information accurate, free of errors, and free of unauthorized modifications. It's basically what I told you guys earlier. You know, when you transfer files over the internet basically being an unsecure medium, it's not being controlled by you. You have control over your own local area network. You don't have control over the internet, so you don't really know what's happening. So there's certain things you can do. You can secure the connection that you're using on the internet, or you can make sure that you make a hash value of the file that you're sending, and the hash value on point A should be the same on point B. So in that way you maintain data integrity. Availability. Ensuring that computer systems operate continuously and that authorized persons can access the data they need. So availability, yes. Uptime of systems, of websites, and that the authorized persons, based on their privileges, that they can access the kind of data that they need. So this is basically what information security is about. It really revolves around these three principles: confidentiality, integrity, and availability. If you find this video useful, please like and subscribe, because we're going to make way more of these videos, short videos to explain you certain concepts. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you guys in the next video.